Welcome to our special edition of This Week in Top Shelf Sports. I'm Brandon Giesey.
And I'm Khobi Price. Brandon, while I love being on winter break, I miss being up out in this desk talking NIU sports.
Yeah, Khobi, me too. But we have a lot to update the people on here that happened over the break, so I'm going to let you take it away.
Appreciate it, Brandon. The NIU football team saw their season end last month with a loss in the Boca Raton Bowl against the UAB Blazers 34-13. Blazers quarterback Tyler Johnson III found wideout Xavier Abosi early and often with the duo connecting for 3 touchdowns. NIU could not find an answer offensively and failed to finish the year with an 8-6 record.
After 6 full seasons as NIU's head football coach, Rod Carey was hired to lead the Temple's football program. Carey was officially introduced by Temple just weeks after the team's loss in the Boca Raton Bowl. Carey won a total of 52 games with 30 losses, including 2 MAC championships during his time as head coach.
Following Rod Carey's departure, NIU was left searching for a new football head coach, and they found their guy. Thomas Hammock is the new leader of the football team. Hammock left his job as the Baltimore Ravens running back coach to take over the Huskies. Prior to his time with the Ravens, Hammock spent time with the Wisconsin Badgers, Minnesota Gophers, as well as 2 seasons under Hall of Fame coach Jim Novak here at NIU. Hammock has started to bring in his staff and has lofty expectations for them.
I know everybody want to know about my staff. These guys are in transit. I've been preparing for this for a long time. The big thing with my staff, I'm looking for guys that are loyal and going to sell my plan and my vision to the team.
Hammock's familiar with the Husky way not only as a coach, but also as a player. Hammock played running back for the Huskies from 1999 to 2002 and still ranks 13th in Husky history in all-time rushing yards with over 2,400. Hammock's also a first-team All-MAC honoree in 2000 and 2001.
We are now joined by our reporter, James Krause. James, how are you?
It's good to be back.
Thanks for joining us, James.
Thanks for coming. Hammock has some impressive signings already to his staff. What do you think of those guys so far?
Well, he seems to be drawing a lot from these FCS schools. The biggest hire he's made is Eric Giesey from South Dakota State as his offensive coordinator. He's a guy that kind of has Hammock's coaching philosophy of utilizing what talent he has to the best of their ability.
Based on what you've seen from his press conference in a short time here at NIU, what impression has Coach Hammock made on alumni and fans?
He's driven very much by his students and very much by his love for this university. He mentioned at the press conference that this is his dream job. And just as important as winning on the field is and going out and recruiting, it's what his players are doing in the classroom. And I think that's something that has stuck with people to this point.
Yeah, Hammock brings in to NIU an impressive resume. What stands out to you about his coaching background?
He's gotten to coach a lot of talent at the running back position. Look at the 2 running backs he's coached here, Michael Turner and Garrett Wolf. They're legends now at NIU in terms of running back. At Wisconsin, he got to coach Melvin Gordon and James White, 2 guys who are NFL pros now. And he's gotten to coach under a lot of talent also in John Harbaugh with the Baltimore Ravens.
Can you expand on that for us a little bit? What do you expect offensively for this team next season?
Well, I think he, like I mentioned, he's going to be very much player-driven. He's going to evaluate the talent and get what he thinks they're best at. You can look at the Baltimore Ravens this past season. They were a pass-heavy team under Joe Flacco, and when they had to make that transition to Lamar Jackson, they became one of the better running teams in the NFL. So maybe he brings that here to the college game.
All right, we'll keep an eye out for that. Thanks for joining us today, James.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Moving over to the hardwood, the men's basketball team welcomed the 14th-ranked Buffalo Bulls to the Convocation Center this past Tuesday, the first time the Huskies have hosted a ranked opponent since 2009. So let's take a look back at the last time these 2 teams faced off. It was February 10th of last year. This last-second drive by Eugene German gave the Huskies a 2-point win. But will history repeat itself? We're going to start in the second half because this game, it was that good. It was a backcourt show started by senior guard Dante Thorpe with this turnaround jump shot. Last year's hero, Eugene German, picked up right where Thorpe left off, starting off with this step-back 3 to tie the game up at 62. Sweet move. German wasn't done. Less than a minute to go. Top of the key. Pretty similar to last year, German drives and finishes again to give the Huskies a 6-point advantage. But Buffalo was not done yet, and they're not going to go away quietly. Down on the other way, C.J. Massenberg, he hits this free throw. It's his 3rd consecutive to cut the deficit to under 3. Under 10 seconds to go. Massenberg's going to have the ball again. He's their man. This deep triple ties the game up at 75. Next, Huskies possession. There's only 6 seconds on the clock. Freshman Trendon Hankerson finds a wide open Noah McCarty cutting to the hoop, and that is the game-winning layup. The Huskies have done it again. Everyone rushes the Convocation Center floor, and the Huskies win 77-75. This is a historic win for the men's basketball program because it's only the third win over a ranked opponent in program history. The Huskies had not won against a ranked opponent since February 3rd, 1973, when they defeated the number 19th team in the nation in Oral Roberts, 95-86. If you want to find the last home win over a ranked opponent, you have to go back even further to January 4th, 1972, when NIU defeated the 5th-ranked Bobby Knight-led Indiana Hoosiers 85-71. That game was played in the Chick Evans Fieldhouse.
With men's basketball's latest victory against Buffalo, the team faced off against plenty of competition over winter break. The Huskies played a total of 9 games, winning 5 of those matchups, including conference victories over Ohio, Miami, and Akron. The Huskies currently hold an 11-8 overall record and sit at the top of the MAC West division with a 4-2 conference mark. Junior guard Eugene German is currently second in the MAC in scoring with an average of 20 points per game. The team is headed to Akron, Ohio to take on the Zips tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Staying on the hardwood, the women's basketball team has also been busy. Over the holiday break, the ladies went 4-2, but since returning to campus, the team has struggled to maintain their winning ways, going 2-2 in those matchups. This leaves the Huskies at 11-8 and 3-3 in conference play. This is still rather impressive for a team that lost key contributors in Courtney Woods and Janae Poisson, who went down with season-ending ACL injuries. Since those injuries, Michaela Voigt has been impressive. She's now averaging more than 20 points and 5 rebounds per game.
NIU men's soccer alum Kevin Rodriguez has gone pro. Rodriguez was drafted by Minnesota United FC with the 75th pick in the Major League Soccer Super Draft earlier this month. He becomes the first player in NIU soccer history to be drafted into the MLS. The midfielder played in 59 matches in his 4-year Husky career, scoring 7 goals and recording 11 assists in that time.
And on to the mat, the gymnastics season is underway with the ladies holding a 4-2 record. They picked up a pair of huge wins last Friday over Western Michigan and Eastern Michigan. Huskies led the way on the beam with an impressive 48.9 team score. Sophomore Mia Lord won the event with a 9.87 and this impressive beam routine. The ladies will be back in action Sunday when they welcome Bowling Green and UIC to the combo.
The NIU wrestling team is looking to keep up their winning ways tonight. The Huskies started the season slow, but are coming off 3 dominating wins against SIU Edwardsville, the Citadel, and Hofstra. All 3 of those events saw the Huskies win by more than 20. Tonight, they start a 2-match homestand against the University of Missouri and then the University of Ohio on Sunday.
The spring season for the men's tennis team continues in Omaha, Nebraska this weekend. Huskies are 1-1 in the early portion of their schedule, but have high hopes for this year coming off of an impressive 15-8 season in 2018. The team lost 3 seniors, but senior Eric Marbach and sophomore Chris Ortega are back, and they were just recognized as the MAC doubles team of the week. First serve for the Huskies is today at 2 p.m. in Omaha.
It really was a busy break for all of NIU Athletics, Brandon.
Yeah, Khobi, we featured some big wins and some even bigger announcements.
Yeah, but none probably bigger than what NIU did against Buffalo. Number 14 ranked Buffalo, that's Tuesday.
Yeah, right. And in a normal show, we would do a top 5 play segment right around here. But instead, we're going to leave you with the most exciting play from break. Take a listen.
Trendon Hankerson, the freshman. Double team, looking for help. McCarty wide open. There's it in!